What did you say? Flagpole.
Take your stinking paw off me, you damn dirty ape!
No! You're a wizard, Harry.
In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you.
And I care! What is the deal?
No, do me a favor, Captain. Go fuck yourself.
Language.
Why so serious?
What's your favorite scary movie?
I'm vengeance.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Welcome back to That's So Random, the most random podcast on the internet, and with me today is Andrew. We already did an episode this week without you, but you're here.
What?
This time.
How rude. Y'all are rude. Y'all didn't even give me a chance. No opportunity.
How long did you have to watch this movie that we talked about already?
Look, that's not the point. The point is that it was the holiday, and I like to procrastinate, and yeah.
And that's why we're not talking about King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring until now. I keep wanting to just call it King of the Ring. I keep forgetting the and Queen part just because it used to just be called King of the Ring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, spoiler alert. We had Viscera and Gunther win King of the Ring.
Didn't he win King of the Ring?
Yes, Viscera actually won, yeah.
When he was like...
But everybody was saying Nia Jax looks like Viscera. Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of rude.
Because, I mean, she kind of did. She's dressed almost like him.
Yeah, no, I guess their outfits are kind of similar when you really look at it.
But you're kind of put in between a rock and a hard place there because of where they were, you know?
Yeah.
And
Saudi doesn't really cheer for the women that often.
Well, also they have to be very, they can't wear their regular ring attire.
Yeah, they have to be well dressed.
Yeah. But what did you think about this PLE as a whole?
It was pretty good. I think it was better than Backlash.
I think it was the best Saudi pay-per-view that I've seen.
Yeah, you didn't watch Night of Champions last year, did you? I kind of like that one.
But
I'm trying to remember Crown Jewel last year. What even happened besides Logan Paul beating Rey Mysterio?
Oh, I didn't watch
Roman
that
Reigns
either.
have a match?
Yeah, against Logan Paul.
No, that was the year before. Logan Paul won the U.S. title against... I literally just said Logan Paul won the U.S. title against Rey Mysterio last year.
I thought Logan Paul faced Roman Reigns last year.
No, that was the year before. No, that was 2022. Wait, yeah, that was the year before. Yeah, last year was 2023, that's right. Yeah, this was one of the better Saudi pay-per-views, though, is the point.
Yeah. What'd you think about did you watch the opening match? The pre-show match?
The pre-show match? I didn't really watch it because I already knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I already knew that Jade and Bianca were going to win, obviously.
Who do you think's going to beat them? Brothers of Destruction?
Clue. Yeah, it's not even going to be a female tag team. The Brothers of Destruction are going to come out of retirement and win the women's tag team titles.
That sounds like a good role for them.
Instead of Undertaker and Kane, it's Michelle McCool, and I don't know if Kane's married, but the Brides of Destruction.
Wasn't he married to Layla or something in storyline or something? Didn't he have something to do with Layla?
Alita?
Maybe I'm thinking Alita, but I thought he had something to do with Layla.
I don't know about Layla, but I know in 2004, him and Matt Hardy had that whole rivalry, and he beat Matt Hardy at SummerSlam, and he married Lita.
Man, what's up with Matt Hardy and having his girlfriend stolen?
I don't know. He had her stolen in storyline and then in real life.
Well, in real life, then in storyline.
Well, the Kane thing was before Edge got with her.
Oh, I was talking about Edge. Edge stealing her before storyline, and then he stole her in real life, then in storyline.
Yeah, that whole situation was so fucked up from the WWE's point of view, because how are you gonna fire
and then
Matt Hardy?
The guy, yeah.
How are you gonna fire the guy that's not in the Raw?
In that 4-year span when Edge won his first Money in the Bank, he won 9 world championships in 4 years. And he's a 10-time world champion?
11? Is it
11?
No. Yeah, I think it's 11. I think he won the world title 7 times and the WWE title 4.
So, yeah, in 4 years, he won 9 world championships, 2 Money in the Banks, 3 tag team titles, I think.
He did have the briefcase twice, but he technically only won one Money in the Bank ladder match.
Well, regardless. Only guy to lose the WWE title and then win the World Heavyweight Championship in the same night.
I do wonder how long his 2007 reign would have went if he never got injured, like when he cashed in Money in the Bank on The Undertaker. Because it ended, he got injured, and then as soon as he came back, he won the world title again. So I'm like, how long would he have actually been
going to hold it
champion?
that entire time.
Yeah, probably. Because he didn't really have many long reigns, but I guess some of it was due to injuries, like that one. But I can't really think of another one that was due to injury, other than when he had to retire and relinquish it. So, like, at least 2 ended in injury. Poor guy.
Did you see that that Gangrel came back and helped him retain his TNT title in AEW?
Isn't he, like, injured, though? Didn't Edge get injured?
I have no idea, possibly.
I didn't watch the video, but I was scrolling through YouTube and I saw something that was like, oh, bad news for Adam Copeland, and the thumbnail just said broken leg, and I was like, oh, Edge broke his leg, I guess. That sucks. He's probably close to retiring again. Gotta be.
MJF came back.
With a terrible tattoo.
Yeah, and he also... I don't think he can cut a good promo, but I don't think he can cut a promo without mentioning WWE. I think it's impossible for the guy. Because he said, I don't need a New Japan or a Vince McMahon. It's like, okay, what are you trying to, like, get something on shock value or something? What CM Punk did was way better than that. When he said, when he's talking to Drew McIntyre, he's like, I was the chosen one. He's like, really? Who chose you? Who chose you? Come on, say his name. That was so much better.
Yeah, so at King and Queen of the Ring, they did announce Damian and Drew for Clash at the Castle, which is less than 3 weeks away, by the way. Like, they're having POEs like every 3 weeks at this
Scotland.
point. Yeah.
There's no way he's not winning.
I thought that, but then, like, CM Punk is still a thing, so I think if he does lose, it's going to have to be CM Punk interfering.
I don't think CM Punk's going to interfere. I think CM Punk will come out at the very end of the match.
Did you see the promo last night on Raw?
I did not see the promo, sadly.
So there was a promo between... it started out with Damian and Gunther, but then Drew came out, and Drew and Damian had, like, a little back and forth. It just made me think that, yeah, Drew might lose that match because he gave a lot of emphasis on the match with Roman. And like, oh, I would have won if Solo hadn't cost me. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to be that all over again, but with Punk, isn't it?
I don't know. They just can't keep doing that, though. You know? You just can't keep having the guy get screwed over left and right, because then it just gets boring. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, but I also don't think like his and Punk's feuds needs that title, like whatsoever. But I don't know. I mean,
no,
I think it'd be better there than with. I don't have anything against Damian, but like there's just better talent there to have the world title on.
Yeah,
like
you
Drew.
could tell a better story with the Judgment Day falling apart without the world championship, and then you could put Damian back on the world title picture, you know, at a later date. A Damian Punk feud would be good. That was somebody Damian looked up to, you know.
Yeah, they just need to just disband the Judgment Day already. Like Rhea's injured, Dom's kind of off doing his own thing right now anyway. So like, yeah, I'm not that interested in the Judgment Day as a faction anymore.
Is Dom hurt? Like actually hurt?
I don't know if he's actually hurt or if that's just in storyline.
I mean, I like what they're doing. Him with his little arm thing he's got, you know, running around.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. I guess that's the first match at King Queen of the Ring, so we can kind of get into it. And they had a rematch on Raw, Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. So Becky goes in to the match as champion, Liv as the challenger. And the whole storyline here was, I guess, Liv Morgan keeps coming in second place. Like Royal Rumble, she came in second to Bayley. Elimination Chamber second to Becky. And the Battle Royal second to Becky. And they even said, like, she's never beaten Becky in her career. She was, like, 0-4 against her up to this point. So just the way they were hyping this up, if Liv had lost, I would have been pretty upset. Because I'm like, what story are you telling if it's not Liv winning? And it's just a way to progress her and Rhea's rivalry without Rhea actually there.
Well, and see, that's when remember when you said, you're like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, having Liv win the world championship to Becky. And then I was like, I'd have some faith in what Triple H is doing. And I think what they did, they told a better story with the second place stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So, in Triple H we trust.
Yeah, I would have still been fine if Liv just won it in the Battle Royal, but I get what they were doing here, especially with all the Dominic stuff. Which I don't know how people feel about the Dominic stuff, but I like it. It gives them something to do, and I think it makes the
Well,
story
you
with Liv
remember
more
you
interesting.
remember what yeah, you remember what I set up? He like accidentally helps Liv win, and then he like outright just turns on Rhea,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
him and
they're
Rhea
still
face each
playing it
other.
coy. They're still playing it coy. Like, did you see anything from Raw last night? Did you see the steel
I saw
cage?
the kiss.
Okay.
No, I didn't see the steel cage itself, but I saw the kiss.
Well, it was a similar thing where like this at King and Queen of the Ring, it was the chair, and Liv took advantage of it and won. Here, Becky's like going out the door to win the match, and Braun Strowman came out there for some reason and like just ran the door, and it hit Becky, and then Liv crawled out, so that's how she retained. And then yeah, she kissed Dom.
Apparently, she's
Dom
single,
wasn't
by the
like
way.
she's single.
Yeah, her and Bo Dallas broke up. Also, Uncle Howdy teasers at Night of the King and Queen of the Ring, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, that QR thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go, but hopefully it's good.
I think you can still tell a compelling story with Uncle Howdy and just have him, like, with Bray being gone, you can still kind of use Bray in storyline for a little while,
Yeah.
Obviously disrespectful, but, you get what I mean. This guy knows.
Yeah, hopefully it's fine. Hopefully it's soon, because I don't want them to tease us for too long with actually giving us anything, because that's just going to get annoying. But I have faith in Triple H. I'm sure it's going to be sometime this summer,
Yeah, it'd probably be at, like, SummerSlam, I figure.
if not before. Oh, did you hear that in 2 years from now, they're going to have a 2-night SummerSlam?
What?
Yeah,
That's kind of
it's
cool.
in Minneapolis, so they've already announced the location for 2026, and that's going to be 2 nights. I'm like, what the hell? They it's crazy that they have that planned that far in advance.
That'd be kind of cool with the Rumble. The men's on one night and the women's on another.
Yeah, that would be good. It would be a good way to have more matches that aren't just the Rumble matches, because like I like how they did it this year where it was only 4 matches because the Rumble matches take up so much time. Like it's probably an hour apiece at least. So yeah, I think the Rumble would make sense to make it 2 nights.
But I mean, I also kind of like that. Just 4 matches, quick and done,
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
But, well, what did you think about the Becky versus Liv match?
I liked it for the most part. I think the right decision was made. I thought the Dominic stuff was interesting.
I liked the Dominic stuff. I don't know, like I said, like you said, I don't know what other people feel about it, but I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
And
I
it's
like it too.
also, it's not like making Liv look like she can't win, because it kind of seemed like she could have won on her own. It's not like when her and Ronda were going at it, I had no faith that Liv could win that match. But right now, I'm like, she could win. She's just taking advantage of things that, like a pure face Liv Morgan wouldn't do.
Yeah, is she full on hill yet, or are they still like leading to that? Because I don't see a
I think
world where she
I
doesn't
pretty
turn heel.
much, I think she is heel pretty much. It's just she's like a tweener for the most part. But I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be heel.
Yeah, I would assume so. Also, have you heard? So Becky Lynch's contract like ends at the end of this week, and she hasn't re-signed yet. So there's like murmurs going around that maybe she's not coming back to WWE. But I don't know. I can't see a world where she doesn't.
No, she's one of Triple
Especially
H's
since
girls.
yeah, she's one of Triple H's girls, and her husband's there. So like, why would she leave?
She may not re-sign for a little while just to, take care of the baby.
Yeah, probably. I could see that.
Maybe I could see Seth take. Well, Seth's still off, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been on hiatus. I'm sure he'll be back soonish, though, sometime this summer. I think he'll be back
Well,
before
I
Roman
think,
is.
yeah, I feel like him and Becky might take some time off together.
Potentially, yeah.
Spend like 3 or 4 months just together, and then I'm sure Becky will be back at some point. I'm not worried about her not like jumping ship to AEW or anything. AEW has proven time and time again that, yeah, you can go there and make money, but you're not going to go there and do anything special or important.
Yeah, CM Punk would say it's not a real business.
Yeah. And, I mean, Becky's great and all, but, like, who's she going to face over there?
I
Sasha.
can't even. Oh yeah, I forgot she was there. I was about to say, I couldn't
Yeah,
even tell you a
that's-
single female wrestler that's there besides Mercedes Moné.
But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What was the next match on the card? I already
That's
forgot.
a good question because there was a match before the Queen of the Ring finals because it was what the heck was the other match? There's 5 matches.
Was it the Intercontinental title match?
Oh yeah. The triple threat with Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, and the Bronson Reed.
Now, I really like that. Bronson Reed was just kind of weird how he's just thrown in there, but whatever.
I guess so.
Maybe
Chad
that
Gable
was,
didn't have to eat the pin.
yeah. But I did like what they're doing now. They're setting up Otis Bronson, so it's 2 big men slapping meats. I like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had a match on Raw.
They did. Did see that. And Chad was like, "You failed me time and time again, Otis. You're a piece of shit, and I want you to die." I'm like, "Holy shit!"
Oh yeah, and he was gonna hit him with his belt or whatever, and Maxine Dupree stopped him. I saw that.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with Chad and Otis right now. I hope that can transcend into like Chad somehow winning the IC title, and then Otis taking it off of him. That'd be pretty cool.
I hope
I like
Chad wins it because, like, if not now, when is he? Like, if not
Yeah,
in this
never.
hill run, when is he? Probably
Yeah.
never. And he's a guy that's so good in the ring. He deserves a freaking title.
Yeah, and it would just elevate his heel status. So, what did you think about the Otis accidentally hitting Chad though?
Saw it coming.
You saw it coming? I did too, kinda. But I was still like, oh my god, no way.
See, I kind of thought that he was gonna intentionally hit him, but it turned out like Sammy just moved, so they kind of got me there. But I was assuming that Otis was gonna hit him one way or the other.
Yeah, I guess it was a little predictable, but it was like one of those like welcomed predictable moves. So
Yeah. I thought the match was fine. I've seen better triple threat matches in my life, but it wasn't anything bad.
I enjoyed it for what it was. It's a good space filler. Oh wait, the U.S. title match. I forgot about
the
it.
US title match.
Logan wasn't on the PLE.
Dude, he was in the main event
Oh my
against
gosh,
Cody.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I was sitting there, I was like, wait a second, I swear to God Logan was on this PLE.
My
Okay, I
God.
skipped ahead. Yeah, I skipped ahead. Whoops.
That was the Queen
I'm
of
not
the
gonna
Ring
lie.
finals.
Yeah, I only saw the end of the Queen of the Ring. I was doing something and I just was listening, but I saw the end of it and that girl is dead. That Nia Jax landed on. She's dead. R.I.P. I don't know who she is, but she's dead.
Yeah, Lyra Valkyria or whatever.
Her name is R.I.P. now.
Might be butchering the pronunciation of that, but yeah, that was a gnarly. What's Nia's finisher called?
That
Annihilator.
Sit down, whatever it was. It's the same thing Yokozuna, I think, used to do.
Yeah, I think it's called. Well, Yokozuna's was like the Kwanzai drop or something, Bonsai drop,
Bonsai
something
bomb.
like that. Yeah, and
But
hers is. I think they call it the Annihilator, which is pretty fitting for a character like Nia Jax. So yeah, no. What
like
did
it.
Corey Graves say? Like you can count until like next week or something like that.
Yeah, you could keep counting. She's not getting up anytime soon. Yeah.
Well, I thought there was a. I don't know. Like I thought it was a pretty play-by-play
What you think about
match. Like,
Nia winning
I'm glad she won.
the King? Yeah, I think this will do good for her.
Her versus Bailey, I think that's going to be a good match at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm assuming that Bailey's still going to be the champ. I don't see anyone other than. I think when you look at the roster, especially on the SmackDown side of things, which obviously that's where they are, that's where Bailey is. Nia's probably the top contender for that title, seeing as Jade and Bianca aren't really in the singles title picture right now. So I think it made a ton of sense.
Well, Io Sky's gonna come back and she's gonna beat her.
She not on Raw now? Pretty sure she's on Raw.
She is. She's gonna come back to SmackDown. Sneak her way back in.
Well, Tiffy time. We still got Tiffany Stratton, but she literally just had a match at Backlash. So
yeah, but
Chelsea Green for Money in the Bank.
Yeah, no kidding. I haven't seen much Chelsea Green. Have you?
I'm pretty sure that she got a title match against Bailey somehow. Like she like pushed Bailey's buttons enough to give her a title match, and Bailey won obviously. But I'm pretty sure she was in a match against Bailey not that long ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, and her and Piper Nevins are still a thing.
Are they? Oh yeah, I forgot Piper's back from being hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been back, I guess. But
so if Bailey's feuding with them right now, Bailey versus Piper could be a match at Clash of Casual. Would make a lot of sense having Scotland girl there.
Yep, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, no, but Nia winning was the right choice in my opinion, and that was a gnarly annihilator, and like chick, whatever her name is. Sorry, we don't know her name, but Lyra Valkyria. I'm butchering the pronunciation of it. But she did a bunch of cool stuff. She's very athletic.
Yeah, she's got a bright future. Too bad Nia killed her. Also, I think they're playing more to like what Nia's good at in the ring. All I've seen is like her like protecting people and not being put in situations where she's having to go for 30 plus minutes like how Vince was having her do. You know, they're playing to her strengths rather than, just hanging her out to dry.
Yeah, no, I think we've already said this before, but I think like just this past year has probably been the best work of her career.
Yeah, we're Nia fans now. 'Cause she's a monster. Isn't that her theme song?
I think it's something like that.
I'm a monster. Hopefully you don't get copyright striked because that was so perfect.
Then on to the King of the Ring finals. We have the Ring General, Gunther, versus the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who in the right mind would have thought Randy would have won, but, I guess it was a good match. I mean,
The only way it would have made sense for Randy to win is like the thing is you would have had to turn him heel real quick after he won if he did win, but him versus Cody would have been cool to get. I mean, I think there's still a way we can get to that SummerSlam, but I still feel like The Rock's gonna come back and it's gonna be Rock versus Cody, but
I do too.
maybe that won't be SummerSlam, but I don't.
It's happening.
I still
regardless.
really feel like that's better for SummerSlam and not Mania because I think Rock versus Roman is kind of no-brainer for WrestleMania next year, and that's when you should do Cody, Randy.
What if we did Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns in the main event?
Both main events again.
Yes. That way they break the record for most consecutive main events.
Didn't Roman already break that? Maybe not. He probably did.
Yeah, consecutive main events with another person, I mean.
Man, they've had 3. That has to be close to breaking it if it's not at least tied for it.
Undertaker would be the only other person that would know that had the most main events versus another person, which would be like Triple H or Shawn. But they only main evented once, him and Shawn did.
As I was saying, him and Triple H never main events.
Oh yeah, they should have main evented a couple times. That's right.
Yeah, they should have. But they would rather have John Cena versus The Miz be the main event than Undertaker versus Triple H.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So the thing getting talked about around this match mostly is the controversial finish, which I'm assuming that was intentional because of how Corey reacted and played it off after. He's like, wait a minute. Or maybe he said that because he knew everyone else would notice. I don't know if it was intended or not.
Well, Randy doesn't mess up a whole lot,
Yeah, I'd assume that.
So, and Gunther doesn't either, so I figured it was intended. Also, Randy has lost every single PLE match he's been in since he's been back. Like all the singles and stuff.
He's lost literally all of them. He lost at the Rumble, he lost at the Chamber, he lost at WrestleMania, he lost at Backlash, he lost this one.
Well, he won at Survivor Series.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but this year he hasn't.
Oh, this year, my bad. Yeah. Yeah, no, he needs one win, but I don't know who you can have him win over. Put Randy versus Tiffany Stratton. How about that?
Nah, Tiffany would go over. He'd put
yeah,
Tiffany
she
over.
needs to. Yeah, he would. Randy's that good of a guy.
Yeah, I thought this match was fine. I was hoping it'd be better given the talent. I love Gunther and Randy, but it was still a good match. My expectations were probably just too high for it.
My expectations were low for the main event, but man, the main event was actually really good in my opinion.
The main event was easily the best match. I loved it.
Yeah. But
Logan selling was really good in the main event. And Cody.
Yeah, when Cody put him in the figure 4, he's like, "How you going?"
Yeah, and then when he hit the frog splash from the top rope through the announce table, and then he threw him in the ring and hit another frog splash. And when Cody kicks out, his reaction was pretty great. He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Then the special guest ring announcer interfered at the end, and Logan's like, "Who do you think you are?" And then Cody's response of just Cody Rhodes.
I'm Cody Rhodes, bitch.
Yeah, that's what he said. I loved it.
Yeah. Then I love the 3 crossroad finisher. That is like the nail in the coffin on a PLE. I love that.
Yeah, that's
Like
like who
the
can ever
second
kick
they
out of
kicked
that?
out
Like
of
Roman Reigns didn't even kick out of 3 Crossroads in a row.
well,
So
I'm gonna be it's gonna be awesome the first person who does because it's not gonna be expected.
yeah, no,
And I think
like
they need to save that for like a big time feud, not like Roman or not like Rock or anything, but like a Randy or something. Randy Orton needs to be the person that like does that, or like a young talent like a Braun Breaker needs to be the first person to kick out of the three three Crossroads.
yeah, either a marquee feud with someone that's full time, so not like The Rock or anyone, or a younger talent that's it's just gonna push.
Yeah, I'm excited for Braun Breaker. Man, have you been seeing some of the stuff about him? Like he's just wrecking shop on people.
I saw you like what it was Elio Dragunov and Ricochet last night.
Ricochet. Yeah. Yeah, he's going crazy right now. Also, I've seen things that Ricochet his contract's up soon and he probably won't resign, which kind of sucks.
I mean, it's not like they're gonna do anything with him, so
Yeah, but I like him because he's a spot maniac.
yeah,
So,
he's fine. I won't be that heartbroken if he leaves, but
he's the next WWE champion, dude.
so he's gonna beat Cody Rhodes.
Yes, tomorrow night at a house show.
Was it weird to you when they were just showing like the random superstars in the crowd? Like, look who's here, and I'm like, oh, okay. Why'd they come all the way to
What do you
Saudi
mean?
just to
Oh, like
watch?
Tiffany Stratton?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and LA Knight, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't really get that, but maybe it's because like in the NFL, they'll should be like, oh my God, Jason Kelsey's at the Chiefs game. That's like, well, no shit, Sherlock. He's on his bye week and his brother's fucking playing. Of course he's gonna be there, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. But is there anything else we have to say about King and Queen of the Ring?
Nothing other than I'm really excited to Clash of the Castle, and I think if they're gonna set it up to be one of the best. And if it's bad, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I hope it's really good because I think it's gonna be. I think it's the last one before Money in the Bank. I think it's Clash at the Castle, then Money in the Bank, and Money in the Bank is usually one of the funnest PLEs of the year. So, and Clash at the Castle is like
The
when
crowd
it
is getting
the
into it
first
like
Clash
that.
at the
Oh,
Castle is like one of the best PLEs ever.
yeah, that Roman versus Drew match. Oof.
Yeah, and the Sheamus versus Gunther match too. Everyone loved it.
Yeah. Oh, I liked it.
So yeah, no. I hope it brings great things. But until next time, that's been it. That's been That So Random.
Wait. I had one more
Wait!
thing I wanted to say.
Oh, never mind. That hasn't been it.
Yeah. What do you rate this out of 10?
Oh, out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 7.
How many annihilators would you take over this for watching
Uh,
this?
Probably like 2.
Dude, I mean, I would take like 1,000, but I mean, I'd be dead after probably the second one, like you. So yeah, but I don't know. Out of 10, I think this was probably one of the stronger, and it was the main event just carried it in my opinion. But I'd say like a 7.5, 8,
Yeah, that's fair.
better than Backlash, which
Yeah,
we
I think
didn't
it was
even
better
talk
than
about 'cause it
Backlash.
was so bad. It was so bad.
It
It
wasn't
was
that bad.
terrible. It was the worst.
It's probably the worst of the year, you're right, but it wasn't
Yeah,
terrible.
it's kind of funny that the worst of the year on a PLE is like probably one of the best things AEW could put on. Yeah, come at me, AEW clowns. Please and thank you.
I don't watch AEW, so I can't even speak to that.
Yeah, well, we're gonna stick true to that. We're gonna say that's the gospel. But
Well,
now I think I'm done. Where can you find this?
oh, you can find the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast. If you're not already watching it on YouTube, you can find it there at the Red Arrow, and you can find a bunch of other stuff there. Some random DC videos, some other superhero content, some movie content in general, and every now and then we'll talk about wrestling, but usually that's part of this show. So
Yeah, I think didn't you just talk about Days of Future Past? Oh my gosh.
we did just this
And
week.
I was in it.
Probably, like, this is probably going to go up tomorrow. We literally, so the episode would have been uploaded yesterday. So wow, back to
Yeah.
back days. We're just
I
we're
was
Joe
there, by the
Rogan.
way. Yeah, I was there, but I was just muted the whole time. So sorry. So nobody could hear my expert opinions. So
Yeah. So how many Wolverine claws would you give Days of Future Past? That's the rating scale we did.
Oh wow, that was 10 times better than anything that I would have came up with. 10.
Damn, he doesn't even have 10. That's pretty impressive.
I know. Yeah, he's got the ones that come out of his feet, you know.
He goes through shoes like crazy.
Yeah, man gets crazy with them shoes.
Well,
Shoe bill is not something the X-Men like to talk about much.
We'll probably be back next time with depending on whenever I can get you again and get you to watch a movie. Either Spider-Man 2, we'll be celebrating it for its 20th anniversary, or we'll be back with Aaron talking about X-Men Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, whichever of those episodes we get around to first.
I'm excited for those. By excited, I mean not looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to the conversation, but I'm not looking forward to rewatching those movies.
I'm looking forward to Apocalypse because I remember having fun for the first like 13 minutes of it.
First 13 minutes. I don't even remember. Oh no, Magneto's family gets murdered. That's what happens in the first 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun
and he
times.
like picks up the helicopter and stuff, I think. Isn't that movie?
I feel like that's Dark Phoenix. Maybe no, he might actually do that at the beginning. Yeah, I think you're right because they're like running through the woods. I will guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I feel like we mix these X-Men movies up a lot.
But anyways, I think that's it now.
Yeah, that's been it. That's been so random.